Rice is life until your blood sugar says otherwise. But don't worry, you don't have to break up with rice just because you're managing diabetes. Today, we're serving up the 5 best rice options that won't send your glucose levels on a roller coaster ride. Spoiler alert, white rice didn't make the cut. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, let's talk about rice and diabetes. A combo that's trickier than texting your ex after midnight. Here's the deal. Rice is basically a carb ninja. It sneaks into your bloodstream faster than a toddler raiding a cookie jar, thanks to its high glycemic index, GI. GI is just a fancy way of saying, how fast does this food turn into sugar in your blood? White rice? It's the Usain Bolt of carbs. 1 minute it's on your plate, the next it's spiking your glucose like it's trying to win a gold medal. But wait, there's more. Rice is also packed with carbohydrates. Like, did this grain swallow a loaf of bread? Levels of carbs. A single cup of cooked white rice has about 45 grams of carbs. For diabetics, that's like pouring gasoline on a campfire. Your pancreas starts sweating bullets, and your blood sugar does the cha-cha slide. And let's be real, who eats just 1 cup? We're all out here living our best second helping lives, right? But don't hang up your rice cooker just yet. Not all rice is created equal. Some varieties are more like slow and steady wins the race. Lower GI, more fiber, and fewer sugar roller coasters. It's all about picking the right rice and keeping portions in check. Yes, even the good stuff. Because let's face it, life's too short to give up rice entirely. We just need to outsmart it, like hiding veggies in a toddler's mac and cheese. Now, before you start side-eyeing your rice cooker like it betrayed you, let's get one thing straight. This video isn't here to shame your carb-loving soul. Nope, we're all about strategic rice warfare. Think of this as your Rice 101 class, where you'll learn how to keep rice on the menu without your blood sugar pulling a hold my beer moment. The goal? To arm you with the deets you need to make informed choices. Because let's be real, Google is out here giving mixed signals like a horoscope app. 1 minute it's rice is the devil, the next it's eat this ancient grain and live forever. Confusing, right? We're cutting through the noise like a hot knife through butter, or should I say, through a stick of sugar-free margarine? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which rice varieties get a gold star from your pancreas, how to cook them so they don't taste like cardboard, looking at you, overcooked brown rice, and why portion size matters more than your Aunt Karen's unsolicited diet advice. Spoiler, you can have your rice and eat it too. No guilt trips or glucose spikes required. So whether you're a biryani buff, a sushi addict, or just someone who wants to enjoy a dang stir-fry without feeling like you're in a chemistry experiment, stick around. We're dropping rice hacks that'll make your taste buds and your blood sugar do a happy little fist bump. Alright, let's dive into why rice and diabetes have a "it's complicated" relationship status. First up, the glycemic index GI. Think of GI as a food's speedometer for how fast it turns into sugar in your blood. High GI foods? They're like that friend who shows up uninvited to your party, chugs all the punch, and sets off the fire alarm. Total chaos. White rice, for example, has a GI score that's basically the nutritional equivalent of a TikTok dance trend. Fast, flashy, and leaves you breathless. But low GI rice? That's your chill, reliable buddy who brings snacks, helps clean up, and doesn't spike your stress levels. These slower digesting options give your body time to handle the sugar rush without turning your bloodstream into a mosh pit. Next, let's talk carbs. Rice is basically a carb superhero, except its superpower is glucose grenade. When you eat rice, those carbs break down into sugar faster than a kid dismantles a Lego set. For diabetics, this means your insulin has to work overtime like a barista on Monday morning. But here's the kicker. Not all carbs are villains. It's about choosing the right type and not letting carbs-plaining, carb plus explaining, ruin your day. Finally, portion control, the unsung hero of this story. Even if you're eating the good guy rice, shoveling it into your mouth like it's your last meal on Earth is a recipe for disaster. A serving size is about 1/2 cup cooked rice, which, let's be honest, looks like a sad garnish next to the mountain of curry we all want to drown it in. But moderation is key. Think of it like Netflix. One episode is fine, but binge 6 and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're questioning your life choices. Same with rice. Keep portions in check, and your blood sugar won't ghost you. Bottom line, rice matters because it's a sneaky little glucose gremlin. But with the right knowledge, you can outsmart it like a boss. No more rice guilt, just rice wisdom. The 5 best rice options for diabetes. First up, we've got brown rice. The whole grain warrior that's basically white rice's healthier, more responsible cousin. Why? Because unlike white rice, which gets stripped of all its nutrients faster than a toddler in a mud puddle, brown rice keeps its bran and germ. Translation, it's packed with fiber, the stuff that slows down sugar absorption like a traffic jam on the glucose highway. Its lower GI score means your blood sugar won't be doing the Macarena after you eat it. Nutritionally, brown rice is like a multivitamin in grain form. It's loaded with magnesium, the mineral that helps your body handle stress better than a Zen garden, and antioxidants that fight off free radicals like tiny superheroes with capes made of kale. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Doesn't brown rice taste like cardboard? Nope, you've just been cooking it wrong. Pro tip, soak it for 30 minutes before cooking to cut down the chewiness, or cook it in broth instead of water for flavor that'll make your taste buds do a happy dance. Add a dash of garlic or herbs, and suddenly it's gourmet. Bonus, mix it with quinoa or veggies to trick your brain into thinking it's a party, not a health intervention. Brown rice. It's not just for hippies anymore. Next on the list is black rice, also known as forbidden rice, because apparently it was so fancy in ancient China that only emperors were allowed to eat it. Lucky for us, we can grab it at the grocery store without risking a royal decree. This rice is like the goth kid of the rice world, dark, mysterious, and secretly super cool. Why is it good for diabetics? 2 words: anthocyanins. These are the same antioxidants that make blueberries look like they've been dipped in ink. They fight inflammation, protect your cells, and basically act like tiny bodyguards for your health. Plus, black rice is loaded with fiber, which keeps your blood sugar from spiking like a caffeinated squirrel. And with its low GI score, it's the slow and steady option that won't leave you crashing halfway through the day. Nutritionally, black rice is a powerhouse. It's great for your heart health, thanks to its ability to lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and keep your arteries cleaner than a Marie Kondo closet. It's also got a nutty, slightly sweet flavor that makes it way more exciting than your average grain. So, how do you use it? Think beyond plain rice bowls. Toss it into salads for a pop of color and texture, or pair it with grilled veggies and protein for a Buddha bowl that's Instagram-worthy. You can even use it as a side dish for stir-fries. Just add a splash of soy sauce and sesame oil, and boom, you've got a meal that's fit for an emperor, or at least a very hungry diabetic. Black rice. It's forbidden, but oh so worth it. Now let's talk about wild rice, the rebel of the rice family. Spoiler alert, it's not actually rice. Nope, it's a grass seed that's out here living its best life, low in carbs and high in protein. Think of it as the gym bro of grains, flexing its nutritional muscles like it's trying to impress you at the farmer's market. Why is wild rice a win for diabetics? First off, it's low in carbs, which means it won't send your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. Second, it's packed with protein, more than most other rice varieties, so it keeps you full longer than a Netflix binge. Plus, it's got a chewy texture and a nutty flavor that makes it feel fancy, even if you're just eating it in your pajamas. Nutritionally, wild rice is like a multivitamin in disguise. It's loaded with zinc, which boosts your immune system because nobody has time for cold season, potassium to keep your heart happy, and B vitamins to give you energy without the caffeine crash. It's basically the Swiss Army knife of rice alternatives. Now, how do you cook this stuff? Wild rice is perfect for soups. It adds a hearty, chewy texture that'll make your chicken soup feel like a gourmet meal. Or try it in a pilaf with some sautéed onions, garlic, and a sprinkle of herbs. Pro tip: cook it in broth instead of water for extra flavor. And don't be afraid to mix it with other grains or veggies for a dish that's as colorful as your personality. Wild rice. It's not rice, but it's definitely winning. Next up, we've got basmati rice, the long-grain legend that's been stealing the show in Indian and Middle Eastern cuisine for centuries. But here's the twist. We're talking about the whole grain version, not the refined white stuff. Whole grain basmati is like the upgraded model of your favorite car. Same great taste, but with way better features. Why is it good for diabetics? Well, compared to regular white rice, basmati has a lower GI score, which means it won't send your blood sugar skyrocketing like a SpaceX launch. It's also packed with resistant starch, a type of fiber that acts like a spa day for your gut. It feeds the good bacteria in your digestive system, helping you feel lighter and less bloated. Basically, it's the rice equivalent of yoga pants. Nutritionally, basmati rice brings more to the table than just carbs. It's got a subtle, nutty flavor and a fluffy texture that makes it the perfect sidekick for bold, flavorful dishes. Plus, it's a great source of energy without the crash and burn effect of other rice varieties. So, how do you enjoy it? Basmati rice is the MVP of curries and stir-fries. Its light, fluffy grains soak up sauces like a sponge, making every bite a flavor explosion. Try pairing it with a spicy curry, a tangy stir-fry, or even a simple dal for a meal that's as comforting as a hug from your grandma. Pro tip: toast the rice in a little oil or butter before cooking to bring out its nutty aroma. It's a game changer. Basmati rice. It's fragrant, it's fluffy, and it's diabetic friendly. What's not to love? Last but definitely not least, we've got red rice, the rock star of the rice world. With its deep reddish hue and nutty flavor, this rice is like the Beyoncé of grains, bold, beautiful, and packed with talent. And by talent, I mean fiber and antioxidants. Why is red rice a winner for diabetics? For starters, it's high in fiber, which slows down sugar absorption and keeps your blood sugar levels steadier than a surgeon's hand. It's also loaded with antioxidants, including anthocyanins, the same ones in black rice and blueberries, which fight inflammation like a ninja fighting off bad guys. Translation: your body will thank you for every bite. Nutritionally, red rice is a gut health hero. It supports your digestive system, reduces inflammation, and even helps lower cholesterol. Plus, it's got a rich, nutty flavor that makes it way more exciting than plain old white rice. It's like the rice version of a gourmet meal. No fancy chef required. So, how do you use it? Red rice is perfect for Buddha bowls. Layer it with roasted veggies, a protein like grilled chicken or tofu, and a drizzle of tahini or peanut sauce for a meal that's as Instagram-worthy as it is delicious. Or keep it simple and serve it as a side dish with grilled veggies and a squeeze of lemon. Pro tip: cook it in vegetable or chicken broth for extra flavor, and don't forget to rinse it first to get rid of any excess starch. Red rice. It's bold, it's beautiful, and it's here to make your meals healthier and tastier. Alright, now that we've covered the 5 best rice options for diabetics, let's talk about how to eat rice without your blood sugar throwing a tantrum. Because let's be real, rice is delicious, but it can be a little dramatic if you don't handle it right. Here are some pro tips to keep things smooth and steady. First up, pair your rice with protein and healthy fats. Think of it like a buddy system. Protein and fats slow down the absorption of carbs, so your blood sugar doesn't spike like a teenager's mood swings. Add grilled chicken, tofu, or a handful of nuts to your meal, and suddenly, rice becomes a team player instead of a troublemaker. Next, portion control. Yes, I know. Half a cup of cooked rice looks like a sad little pile on your plate, like the rice equivalent of a single potato chip. But trust me, it's enough. Stick to that serving size and you'll avoid the dreaded glucose roller coaster. If you're still hungry, load up on non-starchy veggies or lean protein to fill the void. When it comes to cooking methods, skip the frying and go for steaming or boiling. Fried rice might taste like heaven, but it's basically a carbon oil bomb that'll leave your blood sugar screaming for mercy. Steamed or boiled rice is gentler on your system and lets the natural flavors shine. Finally, timing is everything. Try to eat rice earlier in the day, like at lunch or brunch, when your body is better at handling carbs. Eating a big bowl of rice at midnight is like asking your pancreas to run a marathon in flip-flops. It's just not going to end well. So there you have it. Pair it, portion it, cook it smart, and time it right. Rice doesn't have to be the enemy. It just needs a little tough love. Now go forth and enjoy your rice responsibly. Before we wrap this up, let's talk about some bonus options for when you want to mix things up. Because let's face it, sometimes even the best rice needs a break. Enter rice alternatives. First, there's cauliflower rice, the imposter of the grain world. It's low carb, low calorie, and basically just tiny pieces of cauliflower pretending to be rice. But hey, it works. Toss it in a stir fry or use it as a base for your favorite bowl, and you'll barely miss the real thing. Then there's quinoa, the overachiever of the grain family. It's packed with protein, fiber, and all 9 essential amino acids because quinoa likes to show off. It's fluffy, versatile, and perfect for salads, bowls, or even breakfast porridge. And don't forget barley, the unsung hero of whole grains. It's chewy, nutty, and loaded with fiber, making it a great option for soups, stews, or even as a risotto substitute. So, if you're feeling adventurous or just want to give your rice cooker a day off, these alternatives are here to save the day. Variety is the spice of life after all, and your blood sugar will thank you for it. Alright, let's do a quick recap of the 5 best rice options for diabetics. 1. Brown rice, the whole grain warrior. 2. Black rice, the forbidden but oh so worth it option. 3. Wild rice, the rebel grass seed. 4. Basmati rice, the fragrant fluffy MVP. 5. Red rice, the bold antioxidant-packed rock star. Remember, you don't have to break up with rice entirely. Just choose wisely and enjoy it in moderation. Think of it like a relationship. It's all about balance, communication, and not overdoing it on the carbs. If you found this video helpful, do me a solid. Give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who's been side-eyeing their rice cooker, and hit that subscribe button for more tips on living your best, healthiest life. Because let's be real, nobody should have to navigate diabetes alone, especially when there's rice involved. Thanks for watching, and remember, life's too short for boring food or boring blood sugar levels. See you in the next video.